And we are just smiling with this sense of satisfaction of hearing the kids cry, knowing that justice has been served upon them. My daughter's like, I didn't think you would do it.
Fester just told us a story a few minutes ago, and I'm like, oh, my God. Were you intending for us to talk about this on the show? Because this is fantastic. This could be the best thing of the day. Hold on. When you mentioned this, were you intending for this to be a potential segment on the show, yes or no?
Listen, I just present things, and, you pick and choose what makes it to the show. So, listen, if you want to use it, great. If not, that's okay, too.
You know what a parent says? Don't make me turn this car around. That kind of thing. You know when the kids are misbehaving and the threats start getting issued to the back seat of the car? And a lot of times the parents really don't follow through with the threats.
Never do they. That's a classic threat that you never follow through on.
Never follow through.
What road was this?
Bruce B. Downs.
Well,
Bruce.
a threat was issued on Bruce B. Downs by Fester's wife, Allison. And she followed up with the threat.
She kept her word.
All right, tell us the story. This happened yesterday.
Last night. About 6:45, 7 o'clock. It's dark outside. And we're coming back. We went to dinner. We found a new place for dinner. We found it. It was a great place. And
you want to give it a plug? What kind of place?
Promodoro Pizza in Wesley Chapel.
Promodoro or Pomodoro?
Oh, Pomodoro. I'm sorry, I read it wrong.
Trying to do a promotion for Pomodoro.
Guys, and I just made a Pomodoro sauce last weekend for our MJ Morning Show year-end spaghetti and meatball dinner in my backyard on Saturday night.
Why would you eat that a couple nights before his?
They had pizza. I'm making
Italian.
I'm making pasta. So
I can eat Italian every night. I have no issues with that.
The whole crew, Roxanne and Dig Dug, her fiance of 150 years, Fester and Allison, my new hero, Froggy and Kim, Coop is coming over, and I'm going to cook up some amazing pasta, some real Italian bronze die cut spaghetti. And I made an unbelievable San Marzano tomato Pomodoro. And then, Fester, you had dinner at a place called Pomodoro Pizza last night.
Pomodoro Pizza.
Look at that.
It's in a strip mall on State Road 56 in Wesley Chapel. It's a real nice place.
Oh, you ate inside,
Pretty
huh?
good place, yeah. Yeah, we eat inside.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we are inside restaurant eaters. 98% of the world who eat at restaurants.
We're still, we like to go to restaurants, but we're still doing the outside dining thing. Did you get your booster yet?
I have it scheduled for next week.
Get your booster, will you please?
Boost it.
So what happens?
All right, so we're driving back, and it's dark, and the kids have this toy. It's like a stick that has a button on it, and all it is like LED lights that spin really fast.
Like one of those circus little toys?
Yeah. We might have even got it at the Shriners Circus for a couple of years ago.
Gotcha. I know what you're talking about.
Can you put an eye out with one of those?
No, but maybe it has things that are attached to it that spin around.
All right, so it's a little handheld toy. It's battery operated. You push the button and something spins and it lights up, right?
Yeah. Kind of resembles like a microphone with a button that spins and it lights up. Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Only one kid can play with it at a time.
Yeah, it's a one-kid deal.
I have two kids, and they're fighting. Let me play with it. Let me play with it.
Was this on the way to dinner or on the way back from dinner?
On the way home.
On the way home after pizza time.
So
don't make me go back to the restaurant was the threat?
No. My wife turns around and says, hey, if you guys can't play with this nicely, you're going to lose it forever.
So they're fighting the back seat. They're grabbing at it. It's like they're screaming at each other. I want to play with it. No, I want to play with it. So they're fighting the back seat over this little toy.
A piece of junk toy.
And Allison again yells,
if you guys don't play nicely with this toy, you're going to lose it forever. That was the threat. And I'm rolling my eyes because that's just an innocuous threat,
right,
that you just issue.
Right. And if she follows through on the threat, she takes the toy, she puts it in her purse, and that's it. The toy's in timeout or maybe even permanent timeout.
It goes away if we even take it at all.
Right.
Lo and behold, the kids, 3 minutes into it, they're fighting. Give it to me, my turn, blah, 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 blah. I'm about to go nuts driving the car, and Allison says, that's it. Give it to me. She takes it. Now it's spinning with the LED lights in the front seat, lighting up the whole inside the vehicle. Allison shuts it off, rolls down her window, and chucks it out.
threw the toy out the window on Bruce B. Downs?
That's littering.
The toy out on Bruce B. Downs.
Sometimes you have to teach your kids that littering is called for in these circumstances.
Or, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like a suspect running from the cops and throws a bag of drugs out the window. And then the cops call it in. Yeah, right in front of Arby's. They threw something came out of the driver's window right outside of Arby's. Woo, woo, woo. And the other car picks it up.
I'm telling you right now, on the southbound lanes of Bruce B. Down, about a half a mile north of the Bears turnoff,
Yes.
there's this toy on the side of the road that my wife chucked out last night.
There's a homeless guy named Roscoe talking to it right now.
All right,
It's his new best friend.
Guess who's on the phone?
Is Allison on the phone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just talking to her. I probably freaked her out because
Right.
she didn't say anything for like the first 5 seconds. I'm like, hello.
Fester.
Yeah.
Sorry, Allison.
Then
Do you have a better landmark? Like maybe a listener can go find it?
I mean, well, it's on that stretch of road. It's closer to the Bears turnoff. Maybe Allison remembers the exact chuck point.
Should have left it lit up so you could see
Allison,
it easier.
you threatened that the kids would lose the toy forever, and then you threw it out of the window of the car on Bruce B. Downs?
They were driving me nuts. I had no other choice. It was something I had to follow through on. When I had it in my hand getting ready to throw it out of the window, I didn't want to do it, but I knew if I didn't, they wouldn't think I was serious.
And then the best part.
What, where the cops pulled you over for littering?
No.
So what would
Well, that's what they both said. They said, Mommy, you just littered.
what would happen if you, let's say, was this county or city of Tampa area?
It's city because Bruce B. Downs is city.
Gotcha. All right. So if you got pulled over by TPD and for throwing something out of the window, would the cop have given you a ticket, or would the cop would have understood? Yeah, the kids are fighting. I threw it out the window. I said you're going to lose this forever. You think a cop would be understanding that?
Guaranteed that's happened before.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
sure it has.
I think the cop would have had 5 seconds in my car and listening to them scream, he would have given me an award.
You know what would have been better, which actually might have bought you some charges and maybe a visit from Child Protective Services, if you just threw the kids out of the car. You just, hey, I'm going to put you, that's happened where,
People just drop the kids off.
seriously, there are stories where kids are misbehaving and a parent will say, I'm going to throw you out of this car, and then they pull over, they throw the kid out. And not that they're going to do it permanently, but I know that we've talked about this. There have been stories where, like, a parent's been charged for, like, abandoning the kid on the side of the road. Not permanently, but just, like, for a few minutes to put a big old scare in their butt.
So
I can imagine.
the best part was after she chucks the toy out.
Yep.
The crying, the arguing turned from arguing to crying, both of them. And we are just smiling with this sense of satisfaction of hearing the kids cry, knowing that justice has been served upon them. My daughter's like, I didn't think you would do it.
You guys are awful.
I didn't think you would do it. I'm like, well, now you know. Mommy means it.
Yeah, Allison, you strike me as someone who has a lot of patience based on who you're
I
married
do
to.
until I don't. And last night I had patience, and then all of a sudden it just snapped, and I just couldn't handle it anymore.
I'll tell you what, you just made a pretty big impression on those kids. Don't mess with Mommy. She'll throw crap out of the car window.
Yeah. Allison calls patience grace.
I'm sure there's a
Right now, I'm showing you a little bit of grace.
there must be a price limit on the toy though. What if it was a loud iPad? I'm sure you wouldn't have chucked it.
I went on Amazon right after that because I thought, well, I could order one on Amazon and surprise them at Christmas with it. They're $13 each. And I thought, doggone it, I just threw a $13 toy out the window.
Well, go back and do you have an idea where you threw it? Go back and get it.
Oh, I know exactly where it's on Bruce B. Downs, and then they started right across from a gas station, close to almost where you turn off on Skipper Road on the other side. They're doing road work, and there's a big road work sign, and it landed over by the road work sign.
Yeah, across
so
from
I
Mr.
thought,
Dunderbox.
All right, so across from
Yeah.
Mr. Dunderbox, near like a big one of those like signs that has like the words on it.
Yeah, it has words on it, and then they have a couple cones. And
That didn't sound very intelligent. The sign that had words on it.
No, the sign that has-
the electronic billboard
Yeah,
signs,
yeah, the
right?
electronic
Yes,
billboard.
that's what I should have said to be a little more clear.
MJ, the satisfaction of listening to these kids cry after Mommy unbelievably just rolls down the window. The whole car gets filled with, road air, and she chucks it out. And I'm just like,
So if anyone is on Bruce B. Downs now in Tampa, if anyone's on Bruce B. Downs across from Mr. Dunderbox, and you see the construction road sign, the electronic road sign, and if you can safely pull over and look for the toy, and if you find it, call us at 800-990-1047. There's a $13 reward.
No, I mean, you got to be safe. You got to be safe about it. I mean, people, it's a busy road. Don't pull over on Brisbane Downs. It's not worth it.
Then don't pull over.
It's a busy road.
Yeah, exactly. That's hysterical. All right, Allison, great hearing from you.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Tell you what, Fester, though,
She did it.
when you follow through, she just made a lifelong impression on those kidlets of yours.
She rolled down the window without saying a word, like an assassin. Just took it zzz, out the window.